Hello, my kid duties, and welcome the frick back. We are here live with my Twitch. Twitch, do you want to say hello to the YouTube gang? We are going to be listening to Opeth. This is the song called Faith in Others. Before we jump into this, just a friendly reminder to please like and subscribe. And with that said, are we ready, darling? Oh, oui, oui. Eh, oh, oh. Let's go, my darlings. Giving me America vibes right now. Specifically from the last unicorn, but I'm sure it's gonna change. Okay. That's a switch.
Written decree while the lost carry no faith in the cross and the cold years are coming for the victims of longing.
Okay, this is very like okay, what was wait. What was that song? I don't want to say it yet. Okay. So like if you maybe it's also like the visuals here, but it's giving like especially with the vocals, this was not what I was expecting. You know, like I know a lot of people have asked for Ghost of Perdition, which I really do need to get to. But I don't know, I was just expecting something more I guess intense, like more like Nightwish kind of energy. Like this definitely is still, it still has a grand energy to it. Like this epic kind of I don't know, like I could easily see this in some sort of movie. But the first thing that came to mind was Chris Cornell, You Know My Name. But like if you imagined it slower and like a bit more stripped down, like it just has this, I don't know, it just has this kind of energy to it. It's really pretty, and I'm enjoying this, and the music and also the lyrics itself. The grave of your youth is up ahead. Life has become a burden. We move in circles of suppressed despair, waiting for the sun and turning stones to find evidence, but it hides in the recess of our hearts. a written decree of our loss, and we carried no faith in the cross, and the cold years are coming for the victims of the longing, or of a longing. I'm not like 100% sure exactly what it's talking about. I mean, the first verse, it makes me think of like, you know, youth has died. We've become adults, and with that, you know, life has become harder, and you know, life definitely throws curveballs at you, and that's, I don't know, it just makes me think of growing older and all of the changes that come with that. But yeah, this is pretty cool. And let's continue.
Out through the doors of starvation, into the rain of the nation, where the bitter winds are singing for the victims of longing. Carried along through squalor, the inborn need to dominate and possess gives birth to an anger inside. We can control this. Blood of departure in our tracks, dripping from our empty vessels. Your hand reached out to our mind, but you're grasping melting
Melted ice. Sorry. It's corny, but I had to. Okay, this is like a journey, man. We're having like okay. We carried along with squalor, with an inborn need to dominate and possess. It gives birth to an anger inside, and we can't control this. The blood of departure in our tracks, dripping from our emptying vessels. Your hand reached out to hold mine, but you're grasping melting ice. That just makes me think of like an obsession with greed, or not an obsession with greed, but like you like having developed an insatiable greed that gives birth to anger inside us, or inside, and we can't control this. The blood of departure in our tracks dripping from our emptying vessels. Your hand reaches out to hold mine, but you're grasping melting ice. Like, you can never... I don't know. If I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna think abstractly, you know, it just makes me think of, like, material goods, and how, like, they're never really ours to hold. You know, when we die, it's not like we can stuff our pockets full of jewels and money and be like, hey, I'll see you puppies on the other side. You know, like, they don't come with us, you know, is what that kind of makes me think of. But I mean, I think you could look at this song and really just apply it to what applies to you. Like, you can look at it and I guarantee anyone who listens to this song, if you ask 10 people what this song means to them, I'm sure that at least every other person is going to say something different. Because it feels like there's a lot of things that can have the need to dominate or possess. Talking about, you know, the victims of longing through the doors of starvation. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of not metaphors, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot in this song that is open to interpretation. What I'm trying to say. My interpretation is probably going to be different from the majority of you guys watching this. But that's kind of, again, I've said this before in other videos, but that's kind of the beauty of music, is that music is really something that either clicks with you or doesn't click with you based on your personality, your past, your whatever, you know? It's all going to hit us in a different way. And this one definitely feels like something that could be interpreted in many different ways. It's not very, like, it doesn't feel very, like, cookie cutter, this is what I'm trying to say. This is my message, you know? Like, it's not as pointed, you know? It's not as pointed as something like, let's say, Falling in Reverse Zombified. It's very specific. We know what Ronnie's talking about in that song. We know his inspiration for that, you know? Whereas this, I'm kind of coming at it very open and just interpreting it however I interpret it.
Asleep in the rain, showers again. The ghost in my head is forgiving me.
The ghost in my head?
Lifted his curse upon me.
That might just be his wording, but I was like, ghosts of perdition? I really do need to listen to that, though. Violin is beautiful. I mean, even the imagery is technically abstract, you know? It's giving you a whole bunch of images that are based off of other images, but everyone's gonna... You know, like those tests? They're like, do you see a bird or do you see an elephant or whatever? And like, based on how you answer and what you see first is like, can help them determine something about your psychological state, you know? Like, that's what that kind of looks like. Obviously, yes, some of those are pictures of, like, mountains, but just flipped into each other kind of thing. But, like, it definitely looks like those tests. And I know there's a specific name for those tests, but I don't know what it's called. I can't remember what it was called. But that was beautiful. That was not what I was expecting. That was a journey. And it was very calm, very kind of, like, even though they're talking about, you know, dominating and possessing and doors of starvation, rains of damnation, bitter winds are singing, victims of longing, like, there's a lot of, like, negative, like, you could look at those words and, you know, feel something negative from them, but the music itself is, like, I would say peaceful. So it's an interesting contrast to the lyrics, and yeah, I enjoyed that though. So thank you very much for recommending that. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you want to see more, and I shall see you cutie patooties in the next one. Bye.